Have you ever run and felt lighter, clearer, almost as if your mind had been renewed? And what if I told you that this is not just a feeling, it's science? Your brain truly changes when you run. And it's not just about physical health, it's about focus, happiness, emotional resilience. And the last change that happens might surprise you. Today, you will discover how running not only transforms the body, but also reconfigures your brain. We'll talk about hormones like dopamine and endorphins, but also about neuroplasticity, mental clarity, and resilience. Get ready to understand why with every mile, you're not just going further, you're becoming someone mentally stronger. Join me on this journey. But first, comment below which city or country you're watching from. We'll respond to you. What happens in the brain when you run? Have you ever finished a run feeling lighter? Not just physically, but mentally too. That's no coincidence, nor illusion. It's pure neuroscience happening inside your brain. During a run, your body begins to release a series of chemicals. The most famous, endorphins. Endorphins are neurotransmitters, substances your brain produces with a single goal: reduce pain and increase pleasure. It's as if your own body was manufacturing a natural dose of relief and well-being. But it doesn't stop there. Along with endorphins, your brain also releases dopamine, the reward neurotransmitter. That feeling of mission accomplished after finishing a run. It's dopamine acting on your nervous system, saying, "Congratulations, you did it. Do it again." And there's more. When you run for at least 20 minutes, your brain activates an area called the hypothalamus, which regulates emotions like stress and anxiety. It's as if the act of running activates an internal repair mode, clearing the mind and balancing emotions. Neuroimaging studies show that, after a moderate running workout, activity increases in areas like the prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making, focus, and emotional control. In other words, running makes you calmer, more lucid, and more capable of facing daily challenges. But perhaps the most impressive thing is this. Over time, running not only alters chemicals, it changes the brain's structure. Research shows that regular runners have a larger volume in the hippocampus, the brain area responsible for memory and learning. This means that running can literally make you smarter. And if you've ever had that day where you started running with your head full of worries, but finished with clarity, focus, and even solutions to problems, now you know why. Running is physical movement, but it's also mental renewal. Resilience starts in the mind, but it is trained in the body. Have you ever stopped to think about what is really being trained during a run? Yes, your legs get stronger. Your breath improves, but there's something invisible being shaped there. Your mental resilience. Every time you run, even without wanting to, that you wake up early, even when you want to stay in bed, that you finish the course even when tired, you are reprogramming your brain to resist, insist, persist. Neuroscience calls this neuroplasticity. The brain's ability to adapt, create new pathways, and strengthen connections. When you face the discomfort of running, you send signals to the brain saying, "This is hard, but I can do it. This hurts, but I keep going. This tires me, but it doesn't stop me." And the more you do this, the more your brain understands that you are the kind of person who doesn't give up. This repetition creates what scientists call resistance loops, neural circuits that activate courage, perseverance, and stress tolerance. Want a practical example? A study published in Frontiers in Psychology showed that regular runners have lower levels of cortisol, the stress hormone in pressure situations like interviews, tight deadlines, and emotional crises. Running teaches you to handle discomfort, to stay focused even with pain, to move forward even when your mind screams, "Stop." And this spills over into other areas of life: business, relationships, family, mental health. Running becomes an invisible training for real life. So, next time you're there, breathless, sweaty, wanting to stop, remember, you're not just running. You're training your mind to be unshakable. Running is a restart for your mental health. Imagine an internal button capable of rebooting your day, relieving pressure, clearing negative thoughts, making room for new ideas. That button exists, and it's called movement. When you run, you're not just burning calories, you're reorganizing your brain. During continuous running, your cerebral blood flow increases. More oxygen reaches key areas of thinking, focus, and creativity. And the result, your brain works better. You solve problems more clearly, create ideas more easily, react with more balance. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Psychiatry shows that regular running can be as effective as antidepressants in mild to moderate depression cases. Not because it replaces therapy, but because it activates the body's self-regulation system. When you run, your brain increases the production of serotonin, the neurotransmitter that stabilizes mood. That's why, even without big reasons, you feel good, light, stable, peaceful. And the most fascinating part is that this effect is cumulative. The more you run, the more your brain adapts to produce these chemicals efficiently. It's as if your body learns that feeling good can become a habit. In fact, a review by Harvard Medical School confirmed that running 3 times a week can reduce symptoms of chronic anxiety by up to 40%. But the benefit goes beyond chemistry. There's an emotional power in knowing that every day you can reset your mental state with your own feet, without depending on anyone, without asking permission from the world. Just you, the path, and the inner silence. That's why so many runners say that running is their therapy. And maybe, you just need to try, without pressure, without time, just one step at a time. Because, in the end, it's not about speed, it's about freedom. Now, think with me. Have you ever felt that mental clarity after a run? Have you noticed how your thoughts become more organized after moving? Comment now. How do you feel after running? Write in the comments if you've experienced something similar. Or if you plan to start after everything you've discovered here. Your experience might inspire someone. You don't need to run a marathon, nor compete with anyone, because every step you take is already a victory over inertia. Today, you discovered that running changes your body but mainly transforms your brain. And maybe what's missing in your routine isn't time. It's a restart. It's a ritual just for you, where the world silences and your mind breathes. So tell me, what's the next step you're going to take for yourself? Comment below, what's stopping you from running today? Or better, what will make you start? And if this video touched you, helped you, or made you reflect, don't keep it to yourself. Send it now to that friend who keeps saying, "Oh, I'm out of motivation today." You might be the trigger for their turnaround. And to continue this journey from the inside out, click on the video appearing on the screen now. In it, we'll reveal the 3 biggest mistakes people make when running and not losing weight, and how to avoid them simply and practically. Subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, leave your like, because here, we don't just run with our legs, we run with our mind, with our heart, and with a clear purpose, to be better than yesterday. See you on the next step.